I was in and out of foster care for the first 3 years of my life, and that kind of started setting me up in a trajectory to not feel safe. And I didn't really understand how bad that got until college, university, when I started getting into other walks of life that don't live in your area. Because in your area, you only know who you know, and most people are usually around the same income, have the same similar issues, and you can kind of relate. Misery loves company, right? So when I got 19, 21, I really got the understanding that life wasn't what it was supposed to be on my end. And I was like, okay, I realized that 90% of things that come out of my mouth, other people are like, holy shit, this is your life? I was like, okay, well, maybe I should look at it internally. So that kind of was my revolutionary moment when I started getting into fitness really heavily, was when my depression probably hit its peak. When I didn't feel very comfortable in front of a lot of other people, because I didn't feel like I fit in with a lot of people, because I didn't understand their walks of life. So the gym actually saved me. I dived into a program at 21 years old and literally didn't look back. I was a kid that played Call of Duty every day. I was ranked like 2,000, 3,000 in the world. I ate McDonald's twice a week. I literally would be the kid with my shaker bottle with 2 liters of Pepsi in school in high school, filled with ice, 2 liters of regular Pepsi. That was my shit for the day. I'd go home, play Call of Duty from 3 until 12 midnight. And then the second, I was always into the gym, but like with the car accident, I wasn't allowed to actually be in the gym because I was getting migraines 2 or 3 times a week. When I got the actual education around nutrition, around mental health, around routines, around progressive overload, around like just a habit of making it part of your identity versus fad. Like there's so many people that like, they come into the gym, like I want to lose 10 pounds and they're stuck in it. They don't have an overbarking goal. My understanding was like, why do people want to do this? Like you guys going to the workout today, it's like, why the fuck do you guys like this stuff? It's not easy, right? Like you guys are like, by the end of it, you guys can't breathe. We're going to be in your face with cameras asking questions, and that gets every single one of us in this room high for some reason. And that's what I just started really leaning into the fact that meeting Jordan in the gym, I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what I'm doing, but I'm rolling the shit with his weight. He's over there benching and we're just having the camaraderie, and it just adds on to the fuel on whatever fire you guys are burning with your life. So I started looking internally huge into like, why the fuck are we doing what we're doing? Why do some people do competitions and like they like starve themselves for weeks on end? Why do you guys want to drink whiskey and do 1 RM deadlifts? Because that scares the shit out of me. I don't know. But the thing is like all of us having a level of camaraderie and community within that saved me. So I want to display that to everybody else to understand why this is, why we do what we do versus being judged. And me personally, my first goal in the gym was to get a bicep vein. And then 7 years of, not 7, but 4 or 5 years of bad training, uneducated, very bodybuilding style. I have all kinds of veins all over my arms and I have no education in the gym. So then I had the whole different revelation where I was like, I was an insecure kid playing Call of Duty all day and they couldn't speak to people, to fast forward 1.5 years with bodybuilding, winning a couple shows, and then people were coming up and shaking my hand because I was so in shape. But I still felt insecure, I was still depressed, I still didn't understand why people were treating me different, because I didn't feel like I seen anything different in the mirror. But even though I was like 8% body fat, felt great, I didn't see anything different. I still was depressed, still hated myself, still felt like a victim mentality. So then I honestly was depressed for about 2 to 3 years, and probably didn't get out of it until heavily 2017. I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna dive deep, like use myself as an example. And organically from 2017, then especially with COVID, just started like every day I was gonna use my Instagram, just talk shit. And if you don't like it, fucking unfollow me. If you love it, let's get it. And then organically, I just kept talking about positivity. And I refused to be part of the fitness industry because of my depression and how I viewed it, because I went through some addictions and stuff. So I didn't like the gym. I was like, I just want to do mental health. I want to cure people that way. But I couldn't get away from fitness. I had a huge opportunity with university to train 40 to 50 athletes through volleyball. That opportunity, I argued with them back and forth. They're like, you're not a psychologist. You can't talk about mental health. You don't have no degree. I was like, well, I got experience. I can speak to them. And anyways, we argued back and forth for about 2 or 3 weeks. They said yes. So I walked down to the university about 2 hours away. We drove down, obviously didn't walk there, we couldn't do it in 2 hours. But we got down there, I had 40 to 60 athletes, all this program that I literally created through a mentorship program for mental health. I piloted all these athletes through them. Every single one of them had success. I actually coach 2 of them now personally on my own online business. That just kick-started a fucking fire under me, where I was like, okay, I need the mental health, I need the fitness, because when I speak mental health, 90% of people won't raise their hand. But when I relate to fitness, when I relate mental health with fitness, 90% of people will raise their hand because they can relate to somebody in some similarity. So that I've just been on this journey of talking my ass into rooms about mental health and just leading by example, because I'm not scared to shy away from any conversation. Even if we all go sit here and cry together, it is what it is. Well, on the other end of that is what everybody needs. And honestly, that's just literally how I'm sitting here doing this. And